Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Jack Sanford got off to a slow start in his baseball life. His parents were not big baseball fans, neither was he. They signed him up for music lessons, and in his variety of music lessons, he had one music teacher who told him if he completed 20 lessons, she would give him an instrument. He completed 19. He did start playing baseball, though, and in high school, he was the second best pitcher on his high school team, not thought of much of as a prospect. He was friends with the son of the owner of the Boston Braves. He was raised in Boston and actually was a chauffeur for the owner of the Boston Braves. His name was Perini. And Perini gave him a tryout, but the scouts were not impressed and didn't sign him. And another tryout where he was not signed, but the Philadelphia Phillies scout got his name and address. And eventually the Phillies contacted him and signed him for no bonus. I think they paid him about $125 a week to pitch in the minor leagues. He was slow going through the minor leagues. He had a temper, and that affected his pitching. Sometimes if he was mad at the umpire, that would affect his next pitch. But he got over that. Whitlow Wyatt improved his slow curve to a harder, sharper curve. He was a good fastball pitcher and was a strikeout pitcher. When he came to the San Francisco Giants, Alvin Dark noticed that he was his pitch selection could be better. Dark, knowing that the hitters usually like to see fastballs between the knees and the thighs, got him to throw his slider and curveball on the first pitch, and more often when hitters were expecting fastballs. He did that, and at one point in 1962, he won 16 straight games. Won 24 and lost 7 in 62. He leads his Giants into Fenway Park today to start Game 1 of the World Series for the 1960s World Championship. Hello, everybody. This is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics, ready for World Series Game 1 between the 62 Giants and the 67 Red Sox. This will determine the champion of the 1960s league competitions. And we've had the introductions. Let's play ball. Here is Felipe Lou stepping in against Jim Lombard. 45 is a base on ball. Lou takes first, and Gentleman Jim Lombard has issued a free pass. Third baseman Jim Davenport for the Giants. Using the Merino boards, we'll still use the letter grades of the pitchers in a basic way, but we'll have the ratings for master stealing and more exact defense. Here's Jim Davenport. Let's see, Felipe Lou is a fast runner at first. E23 stealing, he has to wait till the 6th inning or until there's 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Davenport, 297 hitter, 53 is a 20. Boston is feeling calm 1, and 20 will test the second baseman Mike Andrews, and Mike flunks that test. That's an error. First and second, first 2 Giants are on. And now Lombard's got to look at Willie Mays, Orlando Cepeda, and Willie McCovey staring him down in the face with 2 men on base. Here's a pitch to Willie Mays. 35 is a 9 against a B pitcher. That's a pop out to the shortstop. caught by Rico Petrocelli. Here's Orlando Cepeda. There's a drive. It might be, it could be, it is out of here. A 3-run home run for Orlando Cepeda. The Giants go up 3-0 on the Red Sox in the first. How do you do? Here is Willie McCovey. 4-4 is a base hit for McCovey. McCovey's a slow runner at first. We'll play all slow runners safe on the base pass unless I say otherwise. Here is Ed Bailey. Only one out in the inning. 1-3 is a 14. That's going to be a walk. Chuck Hiller, second baseman. And 51 is a 9. Gets the B pitcher. That's going to be a pop out to Petrocelli. Here's shortstop Jose Pagan. If he gets on, the Giants will have hit around in the first inning. 56 is a 34. That's going to be a pop out to the third baseman, Joe Foy, and that ends the inning. But the Giants score 3 times on Orlando Cepeda's 3-run home run. 2 of those were earned. Davenport reached on the air. Here we go to the bottom of the first. Red Sox coming back down by 3. Fastballer Jack Sanford completes his warm-up pitches. Mike Andrews steps into the box from the right side. Here's the pitch to Mike Andrews. 46 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 down. Reggie Smith. 2-6 is a 27. That's going to be a ground out to the third baseman, Jim Davenport. 2 away. And now the AL MVP, Carl Yastrzemski. 14 is a fly out to the left fielder, Willie McCovey. 3 up and 3 down for the Red Sox. We go to the top of the second. San Francisco 3 and Boston nothing. Pitcher Jack Sanford will lead off for the Giants in the top of the second. 51 is a 36. Ball 1. 52 is a ground ball to third, unless Longboard has the next, and he does. That's a strikeout. Felipe Alou. 62 is a strikeout. Here's Jim Davenport. And 34 is a ground ball to third base. Joe Foy throws him out, so Jim Lombard comes back strong in the second inning after wobbling in the first. To the bottom of the second, San Francisco 3, Boston nothing. All right, Boomer Scott will lead off the bottom of the second for the Red Sox. He was a rookie in '66, played all 162 games his rookie year. Here's a pitch to George Scott. 14 is a fly ball to left field. Willie McCovey makes the catch. Tony Conigliaro. 41 is a 28. Ground out to the shortstop, Jose Pagan. Goes across the diamond to Cepeda. 2 outs. Cepeda is playing first on defense because he's rated 4 on defense. Both he and McCovey are rated 1 outfielders, but McCovey's only a 2 first baseman. So for the overall defense, Cepeda is playing first, and that's the way it was in '62. Mostly Cepeda played first. Here's the pitch to Rico Petrocelli. 1-1 roll for Rico. 4 is a double. Red Sox have a man in scoring position with 2 outs. Joe Foy. 23 is a 26. Ground out to second base. That is the second inning. We go to the top of the third. Giants 3 and the Red Sox nothing. All right, get ready for another trip through the minefield. Mays, Cepeda, and McCovey. Here's a pitch from Longboard in the top of the third to Willie Mays. 24 is a swing and miss, strike 3. Mays is 0 for 2. Here is Orlando Cepeda, whose 3-run home run is the difference in the game so far. 1-3 is a 14. That's a base on balls. Cha-Cha takes first. Here is Willie McCovey. Everybody on the right side of the infield is extra alert. Here's a pitch to Willie McCovey. 32 is a 26. That's hit on the ground. And that's a fielder's choice. 4-6. They retire Cepeda at second. McCovey's the runner at first. Rated slow. Here's Ed Bailey. And 43 is a little dribbler back to the pitcher. Longboard throws the first. 3 outs. Go to the bottom of the third. San Francisco 3 and Boston nothing. Red Sox had 3 catchers on their roster in 1967. Ellie Howard, Mike Ryan, and Russ Gibson. But none of them could hit. They were pretty good defenders, but they were not good hitters. Here's a pitch to Mike Ryan, 63. Here's a fly ball to left field. Pitcher Jim Longboard. 35 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Jack Sanford. Here's Mike Andrews. 41 is a ground ball to shortstop, taken by Jose Pagan. That's the end of the Red Sox. 1, 2, 3 in the third. We go to the top of the fourth. San Francisco 3 and Boston nothing. It's the tail end of the Giants order in the fourth. Here is Chuck Hiller. 6-6 roll. That's a hit, call, and roll for the Giants second baseman. 32 is a single, though. 7 is just a single. Here's Jose Pagan. Eight against a B. All right, that play result has an X. It's a strikeout. Fourth strikeout for Jim Longboard. Here is pitcher Jack Sanford. On the way, Chuck Hiller at first. 36 is a 33. Pop out to the third baseman, Joe Foy. Top of the order to Felipe Lou. 31 is a 8. That's going to be a X and a strikeout. Go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's the Giants 3 and the Red Sox nothing. All right, Jack Sanford completes his warm-up tosses. Reggie Smith, Carl Yastrzemski, and George Scott will try to get the Red Sox offense off the snide. Here's the pitch to Reggie Smith. 56 is a 34. That's a Y, and it is a strikeout call looking. All right, here's Carl Yastrzemski. His grandson, Mike, I think, is one of the bright spots in baseball today with the San Francisco Giants. Here's the pitch to Carl. 41 is a 28. That's a ground out to the shortstop, Jose Pagan. 2 down. Red Sox have only had 1 hit. That's Rico Petrocelli. Boomer Scott comes to bat. Scott's way to the major leagues in 1965 was kind of blocked by teammate Joe Foy. Joe Foy was the player of the year in AAA in the minor leagues. And George Scott was the player of the year in AA in the minor leagues. They were both third basemen at the time. Here's the pitch to George Scott. 65 is a 35. Fouls out to the catcher. 3 quick outs for the Red Sox. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Still 3-0 San Francisco. Jim Davenport will lead off for the Giants. He is 0 for 2, reached on air and scored in the first. 41 is a ground ball to the shortstop, Rico Petrocelli, the throw of the first. 1 away. Willie Mays. 32 is a 26, ground out to second base. 2 outs. Here's Orlando Cepeda, 3-run homer in the first, walked in the third. And 64 is a 37, strike 1. And 56 is a 41, first and second on an error by Rico Petrocelli. Here's Willie McCovey. He's 1 for 2, followed by Ed Bailey. Bailey's a .232 hitter, 17 homers in about a half a season. He's going to pitch to McCovey. Here's the pitch. 31 is a 9 against a B pitcher. That's a solo base hit to right field. Falls in front of Canigliaro, and Cepeda on second will score. Giants 4 and the Red Sox nothing. Ed Bailey, 1-2 is a 25. That's going to be a ground out to second base. 4-3. We go to the bottom of the fifth. San Francisco 4 and the Red Sox nothing. All right, we're ready to start the bottom of the fifth inning. Jack Sanford has allowed only 1 Red Sox base runner. Tony Canigliaro, Rico Petrocelli, and Joe Foy will hit in this inning. Petrocelli is the only base runner for the Red Sox. Here's the pitch to Tony Canigliaro. 1-5 is an 8 against a pitcher. And that is a fly out to center field. Rico Petrocelli. 1-4 is a fly out to McCovey in left. Here's Joe Foy. Six roll. It's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here, and the Red Sox are on the board with just their second hit of the day. Joe Foy makes it 4-1, San Francisco. Mike Ryan. Kind of big for, that was big for Boston. Because now they don't have to start the next inning with a 199 hitter, 2 sub-200 hitters. Here's the pitch to Ryan. 52 is a 27. That's a ground out to the third baseman. But the Red Sox score. We go to the top of the sixth. 4-1 San Francisco. For the sixth inning, Chuck Hiller will lead off. And then followed by Pagan and Jack Sanford. Here's the pitch from Jim Longboard. 61 is a 22. That is going to be testing the catcher. And that is a strikeout. He's feeling column 2. 1 away. Jose Pagan. 16 is a ground ball to pitcher or X. Longboard's got the X. That's going to be another strikeout. Here's Jack Sanford. One 3 is a swing and miss, strike 3. Jim Longboard strikes out the side. Might not keep him in the game. He's due to bat first in the bottom of the inning. We go to the bottom of the sixth. 4-1 San Francisco. All right, he does stay in the game, and he's been pitching very well since the first inning. And giving up only 2 earned runs overall. Here's the pitch to Jim Longboard. 2-4 is a strikeout. Mike Andrews. 24 is going to be a strikeout. A lot of U-turns back to the dugout. Here is Reggie Smith. 61 is a ground ball to third base, fielded by Davenport. Throw to first, that's 3 outs. We go to the top of the 7th. 4-1 San Francisco. All right, Felipe Alou lead off the top of the 7th inning. This is the point of fatigue inning for Jim Longboard. 3 bad things happen. His letter grade will go down to a C. Here's a pitch to Felipe Alou, who has yet to touch the ball. He's struck out twice and walked. 45 is another base on balls for Felipe Alou. Fast runner at first. E23 stealing. Lombard's move to first is +2 to his favor, and Mike Ryan is a +5. That's very strong, so 7 off that rating. A hold. Here's the pitch to Davenport. 46 is a fly out to center field. 1 down. Here's Willie Mays. 52 is a 27. It's an X and a strikeout. 2 outs. Orlando Cepeda, who has had the biggest blow in the game so far. 1-1 roll is a 5. That ball might be, it could be, it is over the Green Monster, a 2-run home run for Orlando Cepeda. That's 5 RBIs for Cepeda. And now it is 6-1 San Francisco. Timeout. All right, the Red Sox are going to bring in Gary Wasilewski to pitch for Boston in the bottom of the 7th. There's 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Willie McCovey. Won't get a bump up for same sidedness. Only left-hander in the bullpen, Sparky Lyle. And not sure I want to use him when 5 runs down. Here's a pitch to McCovey. 61 is a 40. That's a base on balls. He has a W. Ed Bailey. 1-3 is another walk. May have to go get Lyle anyway. Timeout. So we bring in Sparky Lyle. He is a grade B pitcher, XY modifier, so he'll be grade A for the first batter. Here's a pitch to John Hiller with 2 outs and 2 on, both by walks. All right, that's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Lyle's got it, throws to first. 3 outs, but the Giants score twice. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, San Francisco 6 and Boston 1. All right, Carl Yastrzemski leads off against Jack Sanford. This is a best-of-3 series, but it looks like the Red Sox are in grave danger of dropping Game 1. Here's the pitch to Carl Yastrzemski. 55 is a single. Got to start somewhere. Base hit for Yaz. D22 stealing, but they're down by 5. They're going to hope that George Scott can get the ball in the air. Here's the pitch to George Scott. This is fatigue inning for Sanford, by the way. Here's the pitch to Scott. 46 is a strikeout. 5 strikeouts. Actually, six strikeouts for Jack Sanford. Tony Conigliaro. 11 here could cut the lead in half. 13's a 22. That will be a hit better unless he's HBO 0. He's not. So Conigliaro takes first. It is always a source of concern when Tony Canigliaro gets hit by a pitch. First and second. Rico Petrocelli. A big moment for the Red Sox. Here's the pitch to Rico Petrocelli. 62 is a 39, and that is a line drive to third. Quick throw to first, catches off Canigliaro. 5 and 5-3, double play. Top of the eighth, 6-1 San Francisco. All right, Sparky Law comes back out to pitch at the eighth inning. This is, he only pitched to one batter in the first inning, but it's his second inning of work, so it's his fatigue inning as a rated reliever. He's got the bottom of the order. Jose Pagan leads off for San Francisco. 22 is a base hit for Jose Pagan. Jack Sanford will sacrifice. Strike one. 55 is a 9. That's going to be a successful sacrifice. He is thrown out by the third baseman. 5-4. Pagan goes to second with one down. Felipe Alou. .41 is a 28. A ground out to shortstop. Pagan's got a hold. Jim Davenport. 2 outs, man scoring position. Jim Davenport is 0 for 4. 64 is a 39. Strike one. And 43 is the final out, so roller back to Sparky Lau. Or rather, excuse me, it's a ground out to first base. Lau covering. 3-1. We go to the bottom of the eighth inning. 6-1 Giants. 6 outs to go. We are 5 runs down if you're a Red Sox fan. But this is Fenway. Joe Foy will lead off. There'll probably be, there might be a pitch hitter for the catcher. There might be a pitch hitter for the pitcher. So we'll see what happens after Foy. Here's a pitch to Joe Foy. 45 is a base on balls. And that is the third thing that bad to happen to Jack Sanford. So he drops the letter grade to B. Joe Foy takes first. Timeout. All right, we have some changes here. Jose Tartabull is going to hit for the catcher, Mike Ryan. Ellie Howard will come in and catch the ninth inning when they go back out in the field. Jose Santiago is warming up in the bullpen. Tartabull is the hitter. Ken Harrelson comes out of the dugout. He's going to be a pitcher for the pitcher when we get there. And a new pitcher for San Francisco is Stu Miller, grade C pitcher, Y modifier. He'll be grade C. No bump up for same-sidedness. Here's the pitch to Jose Tartabull. 1-3 is a 14. That's going to be a walk. And Red Sox, who need base runners, have 2 of them. Here is Kenny Hawk Harrelson. 12 home runs in 333 at-bats. Here's a pitch from Can the Hawk put one on the board? We will see. 54 is a fly ball to right field, but catchable. And the right fielder, Felipe Alou, makes the grab. And F on second can tag and go to third, but Foy is average speed. Tartabull on first is fast. So 1 away. Here is the top of the order, and Mike Andrews. Pitch to Andrews. 45 is another base on balls. Base on balls to Mike Andrews, and the Giants have walked the bases loaded with a 5-run lead. Here is Reggie Smith. Can he make them pay? Here's the one. Wind up the pitch to Reggie Smith. The infield's playing back. 2-2 roll to Smith. That's a 7. A base hit that's going to score 2. Andrews goes to second. Red Sox have cut the lead in half. It is 6-3. Alvin Dark calls time. Darker's going to call on Billy O'Dell to pitch to Carl Yastrzemski. O'Dell had only 4 relief appearances in 1962. He's mostly a starter, but he's a left-hander and he's grade B. So it'll be a grade A pitching to Yaz, Y and Z modifiers. Here's the stretch and the pitch from O'Dell to Yastrzemski. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. 2 outs. O'Dell becomes a B pitcher now, and he's got to deal with George Scott. 300 hitter at 19 home runs in 1967. Here's a pitch to George Scott. 44 is a 7, and that's going to be a single that will score 1 run. Andrews will cross the plate. Smith goes to third. George Scott delivers, and it's now San Francisco 6 and Boston 4. Tony Conigliaro. Red Sox trying to get it all done with the meat of their order here. .65 is going to end the inning. That's a foul out along the first base line. The second baseman, Chuck Hiller, is giving chase, and he makes the catch. But Boston gets back into the game. They score 3 times. We go to the top of the 9th. San Francisco 6, Boston 4. Jose Santiago will be called on to pitch the 9th inning for the Red Sox. He's a grade C pitcher, a Y modifier. We don't do the bump out when the reliever starts the inning, only when he comes into the middle of the inning. Jose Santiago started 11 games in 1967, but he also relieved in 39 games. He will be facing the gauntlet, Willie Mays, Orlando Cepeda, and Willie McCovey. Here's the pitch to Willie Mays. 61 is a ground ball to shortstop. Petrocelli throws to first, and Mays is retired. He went 0 for 5 today. Here's Orlando Cepeda. He's had no frustrations. He is 2 for 3 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. 42 is a 9 against a C. That is an out. A Y. He has the Y, so it's a strikeout. 2 outs. Santiago is whistling through the graveyard on Halloween night here. Here's Willie McCovey. 53 is a 17. That will test the right fielder, who is Tony Conigliaro, fielding column 2. That's a single base hit for Willie McCovey. McCovey is 3 for 4, 3 singles, and an RBI. Ed Bailey. 36 is a 33. That's going to end the inning. That they pop up to third base. 3 outs. Go to the bottom of the 9th. San Francisco 6, Red Sox 4. All right, Billy O'Dell comes back to the mound to pitch the 9th. This will be a fatigue inning. No, it won't be, because he's not a ready reliever. He's a starter, so it's not a fatigue inning. Rico Petrocelli and Joe Foy and Elston Howard are due to hit in the 9th. Here's the pitch to Rico Petrocelli. 4-4 is a base hit for Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli is 2 for 4. Slow runner at first. This run's not the determining factor, though. Joe Foy comes to bat. Joe Foy is 1 for 2 with a home run. 45 looks like it's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. He's got the Z ready. Foy's ahead in the count. Here's a stretch and a pitch from O'Dell. 54 Fly ball to right field. Felipe Alou is under it and makes the catch. Runner will hold. All right, Boston's going to call on Jerry Adair to pitch hit for the catcher, Elson Howard. One away. One on first. Here's the pitch to Adair. 42 is a swing and miss, strike 3. Boston sends up another pinch hitter for the pitcher, Santiago. Here is George Tommy Thomas. He is a 213 hitter in 67, 89 at bats. He does have a home run. Kind of what the Red Sox are hoping for. You would have to hit a 6-6-0, and then there are several ones in the second column. Here's the pitch to Tommy Thomas. 6-5. That's a leaner. Meaning I'll do it again. It wouldn't have been it. Okay, there's a 6 there, but it's a leaner. We'll roll again. 5-5 roll for Tommy Thomas. That's an 8 against a B with a runner on first. That is a ground out to third base. 3 outs. Red Sox tried to rally, but they come up short. That's the ball game. Final score: Red Sox 6, Red Sox 4. We'll be back with a wrap-up. All right, the San Francisco Giants take Game 1 of this best-of-3 World Series, and they scored 6 runs on 7 hits with no errors. The Boston Red Sox fall to 0-1 in the series, and they scored 4 runs, 7 hits, and committed 1 error. The winning pitcher was Jack Sanford. Billy O'Dell got the save. Sanford pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, and only 1 walk. Jim Lombard is a loser, pitched 6 2/3 innings, 4 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 4 walks, 5 hits. All right, the star of the game is Orlando Cepeda. All he did was hit 2 home runs and drive in 5 runs, 3-run homer in the first, and then a 2-run homer, which provided the difference in the game, in the 7th inning. I usually put Willie Mays out there. I like to put one baseball card out for each team just to remind me what the uniforms look like and kind of get the flavor and the atmosphere of the game. And you could put Willie Mays out there, but today, for some reason, I put Cepeda. Maybe it was a lucky move for Orlando Cepeda. Tomorrow we'll bring to you Game 2, also from Fenway Park. And those pitchers will be Juan Marichal against Gary Bell. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. If you did, hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost anything. The like button helps. And always appreciate your comments. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and God bless.